Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Verdane TV. A little bit something new here for a Monday night showtime. Paul Strickland Jr. up here in the booth alongside me, the Island Boy, Mike James from Up on the Rock. Mike, how we feeling tonight?
I'm an island boy. I'm an island boy. I don't know what else is in that song, but
I think
I'm
that's
an island boy.
Oh, man. Oh,
I don't
man.
got the hair, bro, but man, it's good to be back here for some TCM live events here at the Bull Ring. And look at this, Brett Suggs going to be the #1 position here with 15 laps on the board for this heat race #1.
An entire year has passed, but nothing's changed. Brett Suggs, Mike Alexander making up the front row here for the very first heat race. Two 15-lap heat races here tonight for the second annual TCM 300 RKM Setup Shop qualifying night #1. That's right, super late models on a Monday, super late models on a Tuesday. We got TCM Live coming at you Wednesday night. Thursday night, Neps is in town, and then Friday night, the big show, the Tim's Corner Motorsports 300, second annual running here on Verdane TV. Can't get there before we get through here. A green flag is out, and no surprise there, Brett Suggs shoots out like a rocket.
Feels like this past year has gone by so fast, back into the iRacing mode here. Brett Suggs getting back to where you left off in 2020 and 21 season, but right now all the way out with about a 3-car length lead over Rational Richard Drake. Ryan Kuhn in the third spot. Mike Alexander, the Magic Mike #75, looking sharp in those new colors.
And you can see the 72 there in second. Ryan Kuhn, the owner of RKM Setup Shop, Ryan Kuhn Motorsports, sponsoring the qualifying nights here tonight and tomorrow night. And you can see running very well here in the super late models. Got to check out rkmsetupshop.com. All sorts of different custom, you can order custom setups for all of iRacing's different cars, tracks, and different variations of racing. And Mikey, between TCM and Multi-League and all the other leagues you've worked with here on Verdane TV, there's a whole bunch of different racing styles on iRacing.
Oh, 100%. You know, I'm just looking into some of the rally crossing now that's on iRacing. iRacing is exploding. We actually talked to them last season about getting an Eastbound International Speedway here on the Rock actually modeled, but they're so busy right now in Europe and everything that's ongoing since the pandemic started. So iRacing really stepping up their game. Hopefully, we'll see some more short tracks.
Speaking of stepping up their game, how about these four drivers right here? The #90 car of Craig Kenny, John Fitzpatrick, Brandon Campbell. Hey, he actually got his car to run for more than a lap or two in the 99 car up here in this little pack. The 17 car hanging on as well. Bob Hutchins having a pretty solid run here. Everybody transferring here tonight of these 10 drivers. Oh, the 99 of Brandon Campbell we spoke too soon. Sends the car around. Green flag still out. Caution flag. There it is.
The troublemaker, the 99, half Newfoundlander, by the way. His mother's from Newfoundland, so I don't know what you call him, a mixed breed. But he's in trouble on this one as the 90 and the 9 come around as we get to see our first replay from our good friends at Kong Beerbong.
That's right. Brandon Campbell, the 99 car, trying to be the life of the party. You can see he gets loose down on the bottom, hits the apron.
Oh, he was loose.
Yeah, loosey-goosey, attacking that apron hard. And you can see a little bit of contact between the 90 and the outside wall. But they're both able to drive away. No harm. Doesn't look like too much of a foul.
Think there was any words exchanged over the chants there from the Andy Craig Kenny? Give him a little chirp.
I'm sure he waved at him with a couple of choice fingers.
I like that kid, Brandon.
He's a good kid. We like to pick on him, but he's all right. Green flag bat in the air. He's got a lot of something. Brett Suggs out front by 2. 2 wide now for 4th place as Mike Alexander gets around Bob Hutchins. How about that run for the 17 car? Having a great little heat race here. 4 laps to go as we cross the stripe. Bob Hutchins running 4th.
78, the other island boy out there, Johnny Fitzpatrick, doing a great job, but is not going to be able to hang on to this position as he takes the inside of the 17 of Hutchins as they battle for that P4 position. Brett Suggs controlling this one since the beginning. 3 to go here. This one clicked off pretty quick here, Paul.
100%. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go in the very first heat race for qualifying night number 1 here in the TCM 300. Big show coming up this Friday night, and if it's any kind of precursor, it looks like Brett Suggs is going to be running very, very well here this evening and Friday night with a bunch of laps here in the 15-lapper, and he's going to come across the stripe here. One more set of corners for the 33 car.
A lot of new paint schemes this season. The 33 looking sharp here tonight. He's going to collect the first checkered flag, followed by Rational Richard Drake, the 141 with new paint schemes this season. And our sponsor here tonight, the 72, Ryan Kuhn, taking the P3. So lots of precious real estate for the main event here tonight. 100-lap event coming up in just a moment. But we're going to go on into the next RKM setup shop qualifying.
Another 15-lapper on the dockets here. You can take a look at the Heat 1 receipts with Brett Suggs up on the finishing position at number 1. Ryan Kuhn, like you said, tonight's sponsor. In second, Mike Alexander, John Fitzpatrick, Bob Hutchings. The top 5 rather. Craig Kenny, Ricky Arbo, Brandon Campbell, Evan Locke, and Michael Rideout in the 76 taking shotgun on the field. Gonna have to do a little bit quicker than that here in the main event here this evening for the 100-lapper here at the Bull Ring in Las Vegas, but still showing he's got a pretty good car, just like Richard Drake in the 141 and the 88 of Caden Tufts. They're going to be starting on row number 1.
Now, I'm a little bit confused because I have Rational Richard Drake out of the last.
You might have smudged your paperwork because he wasn't in the first heat.
I thought he took me too.
Nope.
I don't know. Someone's playing games over here on my dashboard. But anyways, I was going to actually say I wasn't too excited about the paint scheme on the 141, but looking sharp here today in the original red colors. The Laker News 141. There he is, Rational Richard Drake. Going to get it going. You know what it is? I have to refresh. Nope, it's still Apex is still showing Brett Suggs. Something's on the go at the time. It's your fault, Paul.
It's only live. There we go. Green flag in the air. Once that crosses the stripe there, that should get updated there. Still side by side, though, up front. Caden Tufts hanging Tufts up front, but Ryan Messer around in the back of the pack. Going to grab a gear, get on roll, and there you see Jason Goss, a little bit of issues there as well. The Kong Beer Pong instant replay coming up rather early in this one.
Giddy up.
So we'll back up the replay just a little bit, and you can see as we went backwards here, it shows that a couple of drivers kind of lose the back end of the race car coming in. You hit the braking and a little simultaneous spinning there between Ryan Twinham there and the 41 of Jason Goss. No contact, but if you take a peek here, both of these drivers kind of simultaneously spin at the same time. So that's going to be a troublesome turn here, I think, throughout the evening here, Mike.
Little shot ski. Is that Ryan Messer also went around there, but a little bit too much gap here at the bull ring. Very quarters here. Going to be clicking off these 100-lap main events pretty quick here tonight. About 14 seconds to get around here. So we're back under fire again. The 141 Rational Richard Drake gets it done. And look at that. Caden Tufts following in suit. The 88 gets it.
Right on the back bumper of Rational Richard Drake. The Rash, as we coin him, a little bit loose down on the bump stops there. That's going to let Richard Drake pull away just a little bit. But Caden Tufts has a very fast super late model underneath him. You can see closing right in. He's got his crosshair set on the back bumper.
Nice to see the 16 Dustin Momberket back in. He had a great run in 2020-21. Be interesting to see what he has for us. Take a peek at that 16. Ryan Messer on the tail there. He's going to take the top side here and duck down. Try to pick one up here on the 23.
Joey Steers.
Joey Stiers.
Getting a little bit stuck on the high side. You can see jumps right back in. Oh, Richard Drake around. Green flag. Nope. Caution flag comes out. And looks like that same corner caused ourselves the second Kong Beer Bong instant replay of the night. Well,
for double on the infield.
Little bit of contact, it looks like, as we rewind the tapes. Going to take a look here at the Kong Beer Bong instant replay. Focus in there on the 141. And you can see the 88 just gets a super good corner right into the back bumper there, right in the corner, and sends Richard Drake around. The good news is no damage on that Laker News 141. The only bad thing is going to have to restart in the back. And it actually looks like Caden Tufts may have taken the tap out on that. He's going to restart in the back as well.
I like the tap out rule. You know, it gives the opportunity for someone to take claim on maybe an unnecessary caution that happens that just by mistake or whatever. But the 141 is going to start to the rear as well. I thought with the tap out, the still position.
That I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to double check Timmy when we get a chance to talk with him. A green flag in the air. How about Dustin Momberket in that 16 car right in front of Ryan Messer? Good recovery there for the one car as he's right up in that second position.
Well, that's one of the drivers that we talked about earlier. Dustin Momberket had a stellar year and looked like this. He's going to be the hard charger on this one. Picked up 8 spots since the beginning of this one. Control in this one, but he's got a full rear view mirror. Ryan Messer in the wall.
Don't look now, that 141 passing cars very, very quickly there on the bottom side. That 141 is hooked up. You can see Ryan Twin wants a good qualifying spot for the big show here tonight, the 100 lapper. With 4 laps to go in the second 15 lap heat race, Ryan Messer closing right in within inches of the bumper of Momberket, but it's still the 16 up front with 3 to go.
Exactly what happened with Caden Tufts earlier on with the 141. You got to get hard onto the brakes into the corner here, or you're going to be up into the back seat of these cars. Messer doing a great job keeping it clean here with 2 to go. It's all Dustin Momberket in the 16. Brand new paint scheme for this season. Up here out in front of the car length as Messer throws it in here. We're going to see white silk here, Paul.
White flag, a white rag for the 16 of Dustin Momberket. Ryan Messer right in behind him and still creeping in the back of that screen, trying to close up, but not quite able to get there. You can see a hard corner there for the 87 of Danny Chisholm. Closes in big time on the number 1 car, but it's not going to be enough to get him the position or the win. Dustin Momberket coming home with heat race victory number 2. Going to start at the big show on the outside of the front row. And man, oh man, are we in for a barn burner here tonight. 20 cars registered for this event, the RKM Setup Shop qualifying night number 1 here for the second annual of the TCM 300. I think that's the longest event name we've ever had here as we get a final moment of warm-up.
Billy T happening. Hey, Timmy, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah, so far so good, boys. How are you enjoying this up here?
I am hammered.
Well, that's good. 20 cars, 100 laps. This should be fun. We've got a lot of really good drivers here, too. So anybody's guess as to who is going to end up with the win on this one. And top 2 are going to be able to take the back of the pack challenge on Friday. Top 10 are going to transfer directly into the TCM 300 on Friday. And then everybody else is going to have to go through the last chance qualifier on Thursday night. So this should be fun, boys.
I got my money on Brandon Campbell. He's got lots of character.
Wow, you're in Vegas. You may as well go to the Strip. I wouldn't bet it here.
I like
Just getting wrapped up with the final warm-up here, and these drivers going to line up from essentially where they finished here in those 2 heat races. 100 laps on the docket here tonight. TCM 300 qualifying night number 1, brought to you by RKMSetupShop.com. This is big. First race of the season, first race of the cooler months here for Tim's Corner Motorsports. Mikey, I'm excited.
100%. A little foreshadowing of what we're going to see this Friday night because, we got so much other things that we could be doing on a Friday night, but it's going to be massive this Friday to get back into the TCM live events for 2021-2022. This is the kickoff the season. We've had some monster races the last couple of years since the pandemic has started. So, but we're already starting to grid here, and looks like, is that Ryan Kuhn top?
Ryan Kuhn up front. He's going to be starting P1. Dustin Momberkent in second. Brett Suggs, Ryan Messer, Mike Alexander, the top 5. Danny Chisholm, John Fitzpatrick, Joey Steers, Bob Hutchings, and Caden Tufts, the top 10. That is almost a who's who, Mikey, of the TCM drivers, the TCM special events, and even the weekly series we had last year.
Well, look at the back of the field, too, as well. Some monster names coming up there. You got Craig Kitty, Ryan Twinham, Ricky Urbo, Brandon Campbell, Jason Goss, Dave Horton, Evan Locke, Tyler O'Rourke, who's a rookie from Newfoundland and Labrador, took his first win last season. I think it was only his 3rd event, and he actually took a checkered. So Michael Rideout, another big name coming into the field of iRace, a new name here for the TCM special events. Should be interesting to see what happens here. But we have the 88, Caden Tufts, still on pit road, not showing, so could be 19 cars here as if Caden doesn't register in time.
And you can see lined up 2 by 2 all the way throughout here. We are ready to rock and roll here on a Monday night. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on Verdane TV, on Verdane TV's Facebook page, Tim's Corner Motorsports Facebook page, the Verdane TV YouTube. Everybody, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, and always join the conversation with hashtag VerdaneTV as we do it live for the very first time in the Tim's Corner Motorsports off-season, on-season green flag for the 72. We are racing here at the Bull Ring.
Dustin Momberkent tucking in front of that 33. Brett Suggs really wanting to control that P2, but here comes Suggs to the bottom here as they go side by side. Little contact. The 16 is going to be coming around the 33 into the rear quarter of Dustin Momberkent, but we're going to see a replay here, and the boys taking the gloves off right here in lap number 1.
Yeah, we saw the contact up front, but that's not what the caution flag came out for. We're going to take a peek at it here with the Kong Beer Bong instant replay. Going to take a wide angle shot, focus in on that white and blue number 62 car. The incident happens up ahead. It looks like Bob Hutchings gets himself a little bit loose, collects a handful of cars. Ooh, good news there is, Mikey, doesn't look like there were any major hits there, so that's good news for these drivers.
Well, sun's going down, track conditions changing already, so we got 100 laps on the board. They're showing 3 laps here, so 3 laps complete here as they continue to tick them off here under caution. First caution, it's going to put 72 Ryan Kuhn from New England still in front of the pack here. 33 still showing in position at P2, so not sure what the ruling here was there, but it looked like there was some contact at the front, but let's see what happened.
Gotta give a shout out to the folks watching over on the Facebook page. Radisson Media, hoping the stream goes amazing. We hope so too. We hope you're entertained. We hope you're as excited as we are here for the very first night of TCM special events throughout the off season. And also we gotta give a shout out to Amber, who's shooting for Brian. Yep. Don't even know the kid's real name. Brandon Loser Campbell in the 99 car. Hey, we got a fan.
Who's this girl, Amber? Maybe she's a fan of Mike James.
Nobody's a fan of Mike James. I'm a fan of Mike James. There's a good shot of 99 car. Everybody closing back in to that pace car. Brett Suggs up front. No surprise there. He's going to start on the outside. Ryan Kuhn on the inside. That's Ryan Kuhn up front. Brett Suggs is on the outside because he's starting P2. Ryan Messer in behind him. Mike Alexander outside of him. Then Danny Chisholm, John Fitzpatrick. The front 3 rows. Phenomenal restart for the number 72 car. He's down the way.
2 Americans on the front. Brett Suggs from North Carolina and Kuhn from New England. But look at this side-by-side action. Ryan Messer, Mike Alexander from Atlantic, Canada going at it toe-to-toe. Little check up there as 75, Mike Alexander slides into that P4 position. But they are actually going on their lids in the mid-pack. And look at that, Brandon Campbell in amongst all that. But it looks like it's going to go away clean. But we're going to have to really go back to the future on this one, Paul, and sort this one out. Oh, great to see a couple of cars on the roof at the early parts of this.
Calamity, Mikey. Calamity in turn number 4.
Where's
Big
that?
time
Where's that
incident.
T-shirt?
We still got to work on all the T-shirts. We're going to take a look again here at the Kong Beer Bong instant replay. Got to take a wide-angle shot again because this starts about 5 cars deep. There you can see a couple of cars making contact.
Ooh,
Richard Drake
yeah.
skates on by. A few cars just kind of caught up in the incident.
Johnny Fitz is in there. We're going to have to see a bird's eye.
Back it up one more time because we can do that here with live TV.
Back it up, back it up.
One more shot here, and you can see as the incident happens up in front, 78 car Mikey. There you see the 73 upside down of Dave Horton. He's going to park it for the night. That car is Dunsky's.
You're hiding.
9 laps in, 91 laps to go. How about that quick math? 100-lap race, it makes it easy. Got to give a shout out to Tim for making all the work easy here tonight. But lights are off on the pace car. 72-33 still out front. 175 second row. And how about that third row? 75-87. Mike Alexander and Danny Chisholm in the top 6.
Going to be a quick one here as we get to the 110. 90 to go here. Pace car now exiting. Ryan Kuhn with the hammer. Keep an eye on that one. Ryan Messer. He's going to try to time this and try to get to the bottom of the 33. But Suggs doing a great job on that restart. He's going to pull in and take that P2 for sure on this one. But side by side, the 75, Mike Alexander, Ryan Messer going back to what we've seen before that caution came out. Side by side, the action continues.
Ryan Messer getting on around to the P3, and you can see now setting the crosshairs on the back bumper of that number 33 car of Brett Suggs. Brett Suggs Racing and Marketing on the hood of that car. Be sure to check out the Facebook page and the website as well for BSRM. Lots of cool stuff going on in that young man's racing career, both online and in real life down in North Carolina. But he's still chasing down Ryan Kuhn. Ryan Kuhn still has that 72 car on the point, and everybody chasing down.
Suggs is a bit of a chess player, you know, generally kind of saves that car for the final couple of laps. So just being patient right now, knowing he's got lots of time left, 85 laps to go here as they come around. They pick up lap number 15, Ryan Messer holding on, a single file for the first couple of cars here, top 5, very nice, steady here. Everybody trying to save some of this for the final battle.
Little conveyor belt racing action there. You can see the 75 of Mike Alexander, new colors for that car. The number 75 having a solid run, currently running in 4th, and relatively clean looking car with Danny Chisholm in behind him, the 87 car. Trying to close up just a little bit, but he's getting a rear view mirror full of that bright green and black number 23 car of Joey Steers with Richard Drake right behind him.
Rash has had a bit of trouble here at the beginning. Look good at the beginning, but we got a third caution here, so we're going to have to rewind. We were chasing our top 7 there. Yeah, Rash over Drake was 7. Closer to the rear of the field, we have caution.
Yeah, the 62 car, Evan Lauk, finds himself pointed in the wrong direction here. Focusing that 62 car. You see just a little bit of a shotski there from the number 20 car of Ryan Twinham, and kind of sends him on around. And you can see as the 62 grabs the gear, get going, the leaders are coming up right up behind him. So good heads up driving by the 72, the 33, and all the guys up front.
Car on pit road taking advantage of this one here. So a couple of takers there on that one. So we're already seeing some activity on pit road. Pierre Bow, Dave Horton.
See a couple of cars getting a wave by here too to get back on the lead lap. I believe that's going to be Ricky Arbo, who's going to actually come down pit road. There he goes. Dave Horton's going to be the car that's going to be sent to the back of the pack. The lights are off on that iRacing pace car, getting ready to do battle once again here. 20 laps in the books here in this 100 lapper.
Here we go. Restart. 2 Americans on the front row. Brett Suggs and Ryan Kuhn. Kuhn with the hammer again to get things started. Will the one of Ryan Messer trying to get to the back bumper and hold on to that position to kind of get the 33 out to the outside, but 33 times it pretty good here. He'll slide into the B2, and there he goes. Side by side again. Mike Alexander fighting with the one right now. Will he tuck in I believe he's going to hold on. Almost contact there between the 1 and the 75. Now everybody single file now as they come around the corner here. It is all Ryan Kuhn here, continuing to basically dominate this one here in Las Vegas.
Okay, we saw the one car slide up just a little bit into the 75's line. Kind of took it away just a little bit, and it was enough to get him back on and around. So where were we? 7th place, Richard Drake in the 141, still holding on to it. Dustin Marquette and Brandon Campbell right in behind him in their tire tracks, just about. 99 car having a pretty good run. He's up 6 spots so far tonight.
Yeah, Dustin Marquette actually started up to the front, but on the first couple of laps there, ended up going all the way to the back of the pack, but now making his way up into the P8. He started in P2, so he's down 6 spots, but he's Baker right now coming up to the field. So keep an eye on that 16, Dustin Marquette, who's one of the new
And you can see closing right up on the back bumper of the 141. He was going to drift up just a little bit, try a little different line, attack the corner just a little bit differently, and it didn't seem to work like he wanted it to, because you can see Richard Drake focusing now his attention on that 23 car. He's going to take a peek down the bottom side, see if he can get around Joey Steers.
Well, to our girl Amber out there watching live, Brandon Campbell is your hard charger, up 6 spots, started in the 15th position. Now finds himself behind Dustin Marquette in that 9th spot.
We're going to end up having to get that kid. Whoa, a little bit loose for Brandon Campbell, just trying to show off in front of the camera. Yeah, that's not 99 car. The back end of that car swiping right. Oh, you see the 23 car gets a little bit out of shape there. Richard Drake slides on by on the bottom side, but we're going to have to get Brandon Campbell some T-shirts or something, a little fan club. Seems like he's got a lot of fans over there on the Facebook page.
Swipe left, not right. Look at this. Joey's tires moving to the back. Obviously, some imbalance into 23 right now as he slides back. Campbell to the bottom now. Will pick up that spot. Dustin Marquette on full attack on that 141. Lots of pressure, but the 141 Rational Richard gets a little pokesky for the 16. He's going to upset the balance of the 141. They're going to go side by side as they continue to battle for that mid-pack P7 position. That is the battle for that. Brandon Campbell's going to stick his nose in here, and looks like he wants to go for a little hot date with the 141 ski.
And there you can see down on the bottom right on the apron, going to pick up the position. Brandon Campbell up 1 more spot to 7. Dustin Marquette giving him enough time to pull away just by a couple of car lengths, but Rational Richard Drake doesn't want to give up the position too easily. You can see still right in the crosshairs of 99.
Still plenty to go here with 33 laps completed. These guys are going to be taking them off pretty fast, but Rational Richard knows he's got still plenty of time. He's still in a decent position throughout the field in P8, still finds himself in the P10. So we'll see what happens here, but I got a feeling 141 coming for the tail here, but the biggest hard charger right now tonight is Brandon Campbell, picking up 8 spots since the beginning as we take a peek at the 78 John Patrick. He's trying to come up now and trying to gain some ground on the 23 of Joey Stiles.
A good recovery for the 78. We saw it involved in an earlier wreck. Lots of damage from the left-hand side of that race car, but still holding on to a top 10 here in 10th. And that 41 car starting to slow up. Oh, Brandon Campbell, what are you doing, bud?
Oh, get off the tender.
Oh, we're going to have to back that one up and take a look and see what happened to Brandon Campbell in the 99 car. This is a record, though. He's made it over 30 laps, so that's definitely good.
Ended.
Oh, it looks like he got sent. Here you see the focus in here on the 99 here in the Collins Beer Bong instant replay, and he gets a little bit of a bumpski there from the 141 of Rational Richard Drake, and you can see the 141 kind of drifted up after that contact as well. And I believe that was Ryan Messer that. Nope, just kidding. So we'll take another.
The 99 slide job though up a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of those stories we might have to. Well, let's take another look at it. Yeah, that was kind of a hard left turn. I can see that. Couple of drivers going for the same piece of real estate, but there you can see the 78 getting a piece of the 141 as well. So John Fitzpatrick having a rough go of it.
Hope Todd. I don't know.
Ryan Kuhn up front. Brett Suggs still.
How does this work, anyways? Left is good, right is bad.
I don't know.
You know.
I just go to the bar. is Brandon Campbell even old enough to go to the bar?
I don't.
Do you guys have drinking ages in Canada?
It's 18 in Quebec.
Oh, no doubt. Quebec's in
Not that
Canada,
far.
right?
Yeah, well, that far from Canada's house, but I don't know.
One of these days we'll figure it out. I did see an airplane ticket up there to Eastbound Park from here. It was about $200.
Oh, really? Well, I got some big news coming down the pipe.
Well,
So,
if you got some sponsor money, I could use $200 for a ticket.
Well,
We'll only get a one-way because I might end up staying up there.
I think there'll be quite a few people traveling to Eastbound 2020.
I believe you're
But
right.
we'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll have an announcement for Friday.
Yeah, we'll save the announcement for an Eastbound Esports race here. Green flag in the air, 72. Shot out of a rocket. Call him Elon Musk because he's gone.
He must be from Worcester.
Potentially. 33
What a
car
great job.
all over the back bumper of the 72, trying to close into the back bumper, trying to get around, get that fresh air on the nose of that car. We're 8 laps from halfway already, Mikey.
So I just got to be careful. You don't want to mess with those New England guys. But he's doing a great job. The sponsor here tonight, making it all happen here in qualifying night number 1. Ryan Kuhn, the 72, has dominated this one all 43 laps. Brett Suggs has been to the tail of that 72 pretty much since the beginning here, right after we lost our good friend Dustin Marquette, who actually slid all the way back to the back of the field on that early lap. Marquette actually now finds himself in the top 5, now picking up the P5 position and now fighting 75. Oh my God.
And you can see that 16 car relatively clean all the way around that race car and trying to find himself a little bit of a rhythm here at the Bullring. Very short racetrack. You're not on the throttle very much, but you're turning that car hard left for a long, long time. You can see Ryan Twinham off track, but he gathers it back up with Stay Green here on lap number 46.
Getting close to the cross flags. I don't think we'll see very many takers. 100 laps here at the Bullring. They should have enough fuel to get to the tail of this. Seen some of these guys go all the way without a pit stop and run out of gas on the final lap. I'm trying to think who it was. Was it Johnny Fitzpatrick ran out of gas one year?
Yeah, we've had it happen a couple of times here in the TCM special events and the weekly racing series as well. But one of the things we're going to be dealing with, we haven't dealt with so far, is lap traffic. The 72 of Ryan Kuhn setting such a fast pace. Closing in now on the back of the field. There you can see a couple of cars right in front of him getting ready to go a lap down.
Cross flags coming at you for the 72. Ryan Kuhn, all 50 laps as we take a peek on the inside. And the line gloves as it comes to the start-finish line. Crossing those flags over from our flagman here tonight in Las Vegas at the Bullring. Brett Suggs, really hard charging. About a half second behind the 72 as we see the lap traffic now coming to the field of view for the 72. This could get a little challenge as not a lot of room to pass here. So it'll be interesting if we see a few bumps from our leaders to try to push some of these guys up a little bit higher up into the track so they can get by.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation here, Mikey, because we got a lot of these guys that are getting ready to go a lap down are still battling for position, and they want to stay on the lead lap here, because as quick as you get lapped, the guy in front of you is going to lose a lap as well. But the 73 pulls on over. Horton going to pull over already multiple laps down here tonight. Going to start closing in now on the 8 car of O'Rourke. Having a pretty good run of it so far, especially for a rookie here in the TCM. New to iRacing, you said, for the 8, correct?
Yeah, the Tyler O'Rourke is actually an IHRA drag racer. He spends a lot of time on the drag strip and now converted him over to the oval. But he's being a gentleman here tonight, letting the leaders go and all the way up to the top side. Dustin Marquette almost into the back of the 8. He's going to drop to the bottom here and get around as Tyler allows the leaders to come through. Now, these guys do have the right to fight to stay on the lead lap, but a lot of these drivers show some respect to our leaders here tonight.
Yeah, and when you take a look at the top 5 here, Ryan Kuhn, owner of the RKM Setup Shop, sponsor of the qualifying nights for here tonight and tomorrow night, live on Today TV. Up front, knows his way around the super late model and has himself a very, very fast setup here tonight. Brett Suggs, no stranger to speed as well. He builds setups and he races. He's got to race at least 30 races a week on the simulator, couple of races in real life a week. always fast in the 33 car in that super late model, especially Mike Alexander, Ryan Messer, Dustin Marquette up in the top 5. So when you're one of these lap cars and you know you're struggling with the handling a little bit, you look at those top 5 names, you kind of move out of the way a little bit. You don't want to start anything or anything like that. You just hope for a quick caution to try and get that lap back.
The gentlemen are definitely tender. Next coming up, we see our leader Ryan Kuhn start to come up on another gentleman here. That is, I believe, it's at the 76, Michael Rideout, actually.
Having a decent run. Looks like the car is still relatively clean there in the number 76, up a couple of spots from where he qualifies as Brett Suggs gets down and around him as well. He's going to try and see if he can maybe learn a little bit from some of these leaders up towards the front. If he can keep them in the windshield there, you can kind of see where the drivers start to turn in and where they brake, accelerate, stuff like that. So a good learning experience for sure from number 76.
Clicking them off here, we had a lot of cautions here in the early part, but the long green flag stretch here, so it'll be interesting to see our leaders, are the top 5 for sure, if they were set up for the long runs here. See if some of these cars start to fall off, but Ryan Kuhn and Brett Suggs still throwing up some dominant lap times here. Only about a half second the two here.
A little bit of conveyor belt action going on. Everybody kind of making their minds up, wanting to get this race kind of steady, not quite over with, but you want to make sure that you get that rhythm down, because short runs are great. You can pick up some quick positions, but whenever you got a long run like this, you need to know what the car is going to do further and further on, and this is really where we're going to see where the practice kicks in, because a lot of these guys practicing for a couple of weeks when this event was announced. So really shows with these long runs what these guys are able to do on the long run.
Yeah, and as we get closer to 20 to go here, we'll start seeing a bit of a surge from the back of the pack. Those guys have been trying to save their cars here. Suggs and 72 not really taking off the gloves here. They're showing a bit of patience here at the front here, respecting each other, not really putting a lot of pressure on. Dustin Marquette actually still putting down some pretty quick lap times here. Still finds himself in the top 5. He has worked his butt off to come from the back of the pack after taking the pole for the outside in the P2 position. Still finds himself in that P5 on the outside. I mean, I'm glad that top 5. I need to have it. How about we do crank it up?
We can do a crank it up, sure. More lap traffic in front of the leader of Ryan Kuhn at the 72 car. Having an awesome run here so far this evening. Led a lot of laps, all of them so far, and you can see just starting to close in on the back of the pack, or a little bit further up now in the back of the pack. You see the 17 of Bob Hutchings is there, as is the 8 car, who Tyler O'Rourke already down a lap or two, but more lap traffic in front of the leaders.
Yeah, so it's going to start changing a little bit here. So we see Mike Alexander actually really set him up here as he has picked up that spot from Ryan Messer. So I guess he's talking to the spotter. 25 to go here. You might see a charge right now from Mike Alexander. Still about close to about 2 seconds behind our leaders, 1.8 seconds. But we really got to get on the hammer here and try to navigate through this. But this caution is going to help him out, as they're going to restack him here for this caution here tonight. Quite a few cars involved there, but we do have a peak at the 141. He looks like he's around. So let's bring in our Kong beer bong.
Yeah, we're going to focus in on the 141 of Russell Richard Drake and see exactly what went down here. You can see it was actually the 78 of John Fitzpatrick
Oh,
already around there. Big T-bone for the 78. We're going to back that up and take a look at it and see what happens. And it looks like a little bit of contact from the 41 car. And you can see it kind of gets into the back, gets into the quarter panel, sends him on around. And answer the 141. Wanted to be the life of the party. Boom, there you go. Big old T-bone for the 78.
looked like the 62 kind of gave some assistance to the 141 into.
Little bit of assistance, yeah. It looked like
Hard on the brakes. Hard on the brakes. Hurry. All right.
But,
Poor 78. But Jason Goss looked like he was going to go for that beautiful crossover there with the 78. 78 tucked back in and just closed up that window there pretty quick. 41, sending the 78 around. Calamity with the 141. We need some t-shirt.
yeah, we gotta talk to that T-shirt guy, see if we can get on that.
Mad tree guy.
There you go.
Angry tree guy.
You can always check out the Vidane TV sweatshirts. It's getting cold here, so I know it's getting cold up in Canada, but Vidane.shop sweatshirts for Vidane TV. The Angry Tree Guy, rent a race car. There's some Grand Theft Auto stuff in there. Lots of cool stuff going on over there for the official shop here at Vidane TV. And want to thank everybody again for tuning in here tonight. Showtime, Paul Strickland Jr. alongside Mike James from Up on the Rock. A little TCM 300 qualifying. You're watching the RKM Setup Shop. Qualifying night number 1, the top 10 drivers, the top 10 finishers here tonight in the 100-lapper, automatically qualified in for Friday night. They could sit back and watch the show tomorrow and Thursday night. Everybody outside of the top 10, they're going to have to run the last chance qualifier Thursday night, and we'll get ourselves a field set up for the big show on Friday, the second annual TCM 300. But right now, 21 laps to go, getting a restart. Kuhn out on the front, and Brett Suggs right on the outside.
Little foreplay for Friday night as we see the 75 one go at it. Messer trying to take advantage of this one. 87 on the back bumper there on the outside. But the 75 will control this to the bottom. But here comes the 16 of Dustin Momberkin. He's going to pick up a couple on the 87. Hard charging. Trying to get to the front of the pack after having that heartache on lap number 1. Little contact with Dennis Chisholm and Messer. A little scrubski on the back bumper. Chisholm's going to take that one away as the 1 of Ryan Messer slides back. But look at that. Here comes the 88 of Caden Tufts now moving up. 5 spots for Caden Tufts. They know it's time to go. 18 to go. Spotters are screaming at the driver.
Somebody's screaming at that 87 driver something about go, 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 because he has picked up the pace in a big way all the way back up to the 6th position. Now setting his sights on the 88 of Caden Tufts, who also has his windshield full of the 16 car. Lots of tight racing here. 17 laps to go for the very first night here in the RKM Setup Shop qualifying night, number 1.
Well, with almost 15 to go here, this is going to be wild to hear as we have a great battle back there between the 75 and Dustin Momberkin. Dustin Momberkin is one to watch here. He has, a lot here as he comes from all the way from the back of the pack. Now finds himself in a P-force within striking distance with 15 to go here. But he's going to have his hands full trying to get around that 75 of Mike Alexander as we look down on top of it here. Momberkin sizing it up, gets within the back bumper of that 75. But don't be fooled. That 75 Mike Alexander is one of the top drivers, not only here in Atlantic Canada, but across Canada and throughout the United States. So who has the run here? With 13 to go, it's going to be a wild one. And this caution, 6 caution coming out as they whack the yellow flag, is really going to be a game changer.
Yeah, looking like having a little bit of trouble there in the 17 car. Going to back up the Congreve on instant replay and take a peek at what happened to the old 17 car. Still on the lead lap, it looks like. So good news there. But finding himself up in the wall, and it looks like everybody's favorite driver may have gotten a piece of it as well. But take a look here at the 17. You can see gets in to the back of the 62, sends him on and around down on the track, and the caution actually comes out here. 99 of Brandon Campbell gets up to the quarter panel. The 41 gets in around. Big time damage for the 99, it looks like.
Campbell just wanted to touch them all.
Having a rough go of it, as it were. Take up multiple laps down for the 99 car run. I don't know if the fan club's going to be all too excited about that, but we're going to get a restart here, Mikey, with less than 10 laps to go.
Well, at least I picked the most exciting driver in the field.
Yeah, that is so far that's accurate.
Fan favorite Brandon Camel did a great job. I had a strong run in the first 35 laps. I was hoping to see some, but now with some damage, going to be fighting that car. But 6th caution tonight, 10 to go. Spotter's going to be screaming at these guys. 2 Americans at the front. We got a guy from North Carolina, Brett Suggs, to the outside in P2. Ryan Kuhn, the sponsor here tonight, making it all happen for us. 72 from New England. We'll be holding this one. Has been dominant here for the first 90 laps of this one, controlling all of it here. 100%. Will he get the Mr. Perfect here tonight, or will it be an upset? Dustin Monbriquet going all the way to the back of the rear after the first lap. That little issue that happened with the 33, there was some contact there. Will there be a replay here? Will the 16 have a little payback to the rear quarter? We'll find out in just a moment as we get set. Lights are going to be coming off that pace car. We are go back green flag action. The 72 with the hammer. Suggs to the outside. Alexander in P3. Here we go as the 72 crawls around here, ready to shoot out of the cannon, and he gets a great start. Monbriquet almost into the back of the 33. Looked almost a crossover. Monbriquet looked to the bottom, but then decided to come to the top. Man, what calamity here in the restart here at 75 to the bottom. Keep an eye on the 88. Caden Tuff trying to close the gap. Could shove the 16 to the outside here.
No time like go time. 7 laps to go here in the 100-lapper at the bull ring. The 75 of Mike Alexander trying to hold on to a podium finish. Monbriquet jumps on down, slides across the nose of the 88. Loses the run. Here comes Caden Tufts now down on the inside. Contact between the 88 and the 16.
Beating and banging the 88 and the 16 going at it, exchanging paint, black paint all over the 16. Caden Tufts throwing down here, but here comes Ryan Messer checking up behind the 88, almost into the back bumper here. Big battle right now for that position for P4. Caden Tufts will get it done here. Messer going to try to put down the 16, that one here. He will go to the bottom. This is where it gets tangly here in Las Vegas. If you get caught on that outside and that bottom row shuts the door on you, here it is here, the 87 going to try to do it once again and put the 16 back, another one. Out front, Ryan Kuhn still controlling this one with 4 to go. Brett Suggs, will he have that move? Will he hit the little tap ski to the back bumper and make that decision? Will he save it for the last lap, or will he get it done early here? I would wait till the last very moment here, as I got a funny feeling that 72 is going to want to repay if it comes early, but we're going to get a 7th caution here, Paul. That's going to really crank it up here with 3 to go. That's going to make it a green or white checker. Man, this is going to be a wild finish here at the bull ring.
Green flag checkered. Green flag checkered. Green, white checkered.
Check that.
Check that. We're going to check out the Kong Beer Pong instant replay. Nice wide angle shot here, and you can see Monbriquet gets around and gets a little bit of a shot there from the 23, and that's a tough break for the 16, climbing back all the way through the field. Gonna have to restart now in 14th. We've got 15 drivers on the lead lap. Gonna get ourselves set up for a little green-white checkered action. I'll put you right on the spot here, Mikey. Who's your pick?
A tough one. You know, Alexander's going to be on the inside of row number 2. I think Ryan Kuhn and Brett Suggs are going to get into a little situation here. But Suggs is pretty clean, so to keep it short and sweet, I think Ryan Kuhn's going to hold on to this one. I don't think Suggs is going to throw down the bump and run here. I think he's a bit more of a gentleman, but we'll find out in just a moment. It's going to be a great finish here. I'm going to go with our leader, Ryan Kuhn, who's dominated all 98 laps.
Well, the 33 car of Brett Suggs has now had 99 laps to study exactly what that 72 car is doing each and every lap, and he's had about 7 starts and restarts to try and pick and choose where he fires that car off. So has a couple of shots here. He's going to have to make it quick, but I think Brett Suggs has got the knowledge he needs to get around that 72.
Also keep an eye on that 88. Caden Tufts, who we didn't talk about a lot in this one, has picked up 6 spots since the beginning. He started mid-pack, has now found himself in position in P4 to the outside. Ryan Messer will be starting on the inside of row number 3. Danny Chisholm was actually really hard charging there at the last restart. Look at that, Jason Goss, the 41, picking up 9 spots since the start of this one. Now finds himself in the P7. So I don't know I got a funny feeling this is not going to be the last green white checker. We may see another caution. This is going to be the first to kick off the season for the TCM special events, and these guys want to get it done. First checker feature flag of the season. We could see another overtime just yet.
Everybody lined up 2 by 2, 15 cars on the lead lap, and that means anybody can win here at the Bull Ring, but they're going to have to get around the 72 and the 33 as the iRacing pace car dips on down below under the caution, under the safety of pit road, rather, waiting for the green flag to come out, waiting to see when that 72 car fires, and there it is, another great restart, but Brett Suggs going to try and get that preferred line down in the bottom.
Side by side, look at Caden Tufts trying to tuck in, but he's going to get a little wobble and open it over to 75. The 75 now trying to get to the bottom of the 33. 33 closes the door. White rag coming out for Ryan Kuhn, who's dominated it all night. Will the 33 throw the bumper ball down the backstretch into 3 and 4?
72 car has to hold on for one more corner, comes out, doesn't have any kind of challenge from the 33 car of Brett Suggs. Ate right with him, not enough to get around him. Ryan Kuhn coming home in victory lane for the very first TCM special event race of the season.
100 laps. Mr. Perfect here tonight. Ryan Kuhn of New England, United States, 72, dominating here in night number 1. Going to pick up a great spot for the main event on Friday night.
Top 10 drivers transferring in automatically, getting themselves qualified in to the second annual TCM 300 this Friday night, live on Vidane TV. And there you can see tonight's finishing order. Ryan Kuhn, Brett Suggs, Mike Alexander coming home with the 1, 2, 3. Caden Tufts, Ryan Messer, Danny Chisholm, Jason Goss, Rational, Richard Drake, and John Fitzpatrick, with Evan Locke finishing in the top 10, automatically racing in the big show Friday night.
Not making the show, Joey Stiers in the 11th. Craig Kenny, Dustin Monbercat. What an upset, dude. What an upset. I'm pretty confident we'll see him tomorrow. Bobby Hutchins in P14. Michael Rido, Tyler Rourke, David Hort, Brandon Campbell, and Ricky Arbo and Ryan Twinham. Hard charger tonight. Got to give it to the 41. Jason Goss picking up 9 spots since the beginning of this one. And also the runner-up for that hard charger is going to be Evan Locke and Caden Tufts.
What a fantastic race to kick us off here. Ryan Kuhn, Mr. Perfect, spitting the gum right out, slapping the gum right out of the air after he spits it up. A little Mr. Perfect action here, but we're going to catch up. It looks like our second place driver, Brett Suggs, finishing second here tonight, and great run. Shows that 33 car is still bad fast even after the offseason. What'd you do to keep yourself sharp?
Well, man, it's been a long time since I've been in the booth for one of these deals. So, first and foremost, I want to appreciate you guys for, broadcasting this thing, man. But no, I've been non-stop iRacing, dude. I have not taken a break. I mean, I've been racing IRL. I've been doing some announcing as well. But I've still been, on that iRacing grind for sure. Wish we could have got Ryan here tonight. We put up a good fight, but, it's still good fun. And hopefully we can get him on the 300 Friday.
Absolutely. You showed you've got a very strong car here tonight, and you've had about 150 laps or so, plus more with practice to kind of feel out the race car, feel out the setup. Any major changes between now and Friday night, or is that something you want to kind of keep under wraps?
I might look into some steering offset a little bit. It's a fixed setup that Ryan actually built, RKM setup shop over there. So I figured he had a little bit of an advantage, seems how he built it, and I really wanted to beat him on his own setup. That would have been pretty cool, pretty fun to talk about. But no, I might mess around with steering offset a little bit, just try to dial it in a little bit more towards my liking. I was a little bit tight the majority of that race, so I think if I can just be patient and save the tires a little bit better come Friday night, we'll be there.
A solid run here tonight. Fast car for Friday night. We're looking forward to it. Got to give you an opportunity here, Brett, to thank anybody that makes it happen for the virtual and the real life racing team. Who makes it happen for the 33?
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. I want to thank everybody at Team 33 tuning in on twitch.tv/BrettSuggs33. Also the Custom Mac Co, BSRM, Racer Tees, T1S Racing, and just everybody that puts this whole deal together. Tim and you guys with the broadcast. It's shaping up to be a really fun week. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. The 33 car, Brett Suggs coming home in second, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mikey, down in victory lane, you've caught up with Ryan Kuhn, Mr. Perfect, and the number 72 car. You're going to have to ask that guy who makes the setups.
Well, he is the sponsor here tonight, the RKM Setup Shop qualifying night number 1. Congratulations, Ryan Kuhn. Man, oh man, what a run you had. Mr. Perfect, I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but do you know the Mr. Perfect move?
No, I don't watch any wrestling. I'm a race car 24/7, so.
Well, maybe you weren't watching wrestling in the 80s, but Mr. Perfect here tonight, man. You dominated this one from the start to finish. You took P1 and the pole here tonight. Perfect night for you, man. Awesome to watch you out here. Thank you for throwing down for the sponsorship here for tonight for all these drivers in the qualified. A little foreshadow of what we should expect coming Friday. Take us through coming in tonight and what you were expecting from this field.
It's a good little group of guys. It's fun racing with you guys, and it was tough. Brett gave me a run for my money. I think I think I was overdriving the car a little too much and tore my right front off the car. But it's all a product of learning, and now that I figured that out, it will be better on Friday, and should be able to get after them.
Well, a lot of stout drivers qualifying throughout the week. You're going to be sponsored tomorrow night as well. Give us a little backdrop of RKM Setup Shop and where they can find some more information on the company.
Yeah, anyone can message my personal page or RKM Setup Shop. I'm the one answering all the messages. The goal is to really help drivers become the best driver they possibly can, and they can message me, ask for tips, even tips about setups. I ain't gonna charge you if you ask your question, but it's a cool little deal. We donate to charity, for good causes, and it's honestly a pretty cool deal. Basically, I'd say about 50% of the money we make goes into charity, which is a really cool deal. So, I'm glad to be a part of that. Glad to help the community. Glad to help people in need, and it's always good to help.
It was great to hear, Ryan. Great season. Do you get much done on the real racetrack surface?
Yeah, it was a rough year. 2021 was a rough year, but huge plans for next year. We plan to travel a lot more, run past national points, Pro All-Star Series national points. I got a new opportunity next year. We're going to be basically a whole new race team, so it'll be pretty cool. My old man will be the crew chief, and it's still going to be that small little family operation, just in completely different cars.
That's the type of race teams I kind of like. Man, would love to see you up here in Atlantic, Canada, maybe on a Canada tour to get to see you live. But, dude, man, awesome job. Who gets it done for you, Ryan, and any special thank yous tonight?
I'd like to give a huge thanks to Berners Liquors, Everett's Auto Parts, Modern Auto Body, Kawicki Driver Development Program, Coastal Heritage Bank, Bill's Tire Barn, RKM Setup Shop, you guys in the booth, Tim for putting this on, everyone who put this deal on. And, I'm glad to be a part of it, and some huge things to come, and I'm excited for it.
Awesome to hear. Little foreshadow there, you and Brett Suggs going at it there. He kind of watched you for quite some time. Unfortunately for Dustin Monberchetti, he had a little issue there in the beginning. Tried to get up there to the front with you. He was hard charging for quite some time. Have you battled much with Suggs in the past?
Yeah, we run a lot of Sim Auto Racing Association races together. He's a good little driver, and he's impressed me. He's caught a lot of people's eye, obviously, and he does good, clean racer, races hard, which that's how it should be. And it's always fun racing around him. Never had any problems, just good old-fashioned short track racing.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to give you the bumpers. That was Mike. But anyways, congratulations, Ryan Kuhn. We'll see you throughout the week, man. Look forward to seeing what you got for us this Friday at the main event. Congratulations, all of us.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
A great night of racing to kick us off here for the second annual TCM 300 coming up here this Friday night. RKM Setup Shop qualifying night number 1 in the books. And Tim, pretty good show.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a little bit of bumper tag in the middle of the field, but once these guys figured out what they had underneath them and put those RKM Setup Shop setups to the test, we were able to come out with 10 drivers. You see those 10 on the screen. We've got to look back at a couple of things, but I think for the most part, those 10 are going to be the 10 that are going to start on the inside row 1 through 10 in the 300 coming up on Friday. And the one thing we didn't mention to you guys, and Ryan and Brett are going to have to think about it, is we do have a back of the pack challenge on Friday night for the top 2 in each of the qualifying nights. So the top 2 obviously being Ryan and Brett tonight, and whoever finishes top 2 tomorrow night in the 100 lapper presented by RKM Setup Shop will have the option to go to the back of the field. The top driver out of those 4 will receive a $20 bonus, and if they can come back and win the 300, they'll round up their purse money to a cool $300. So something to think about for those guys, but nevertheless, Ryan Kuhn currently provisional pole for the TCM 300, and you look at that list that's on there: Brandon Campbell, Dustin Momberket, Craig Kenny. Bob Hutchings had a decent run going. Joey Styers was hanging around the top 10 for a while. They're going to have to go to the LCQ if they want to have a shot at the TCM 300. We'll take 5 from Thursday night's show into the 300. So this is going to be an exciting little week, I think. Round number 2 tomorrow. I think we're going to have a few more cars. I know there was a couple of drivers that couldn't make Monday that wanted to try to qualify Tuesday. So you're going to see some big names tomorrow night too, try to make this field to add their names to what will be the TCM 300 coming up on Friday night. And busy week, Paul. Obviously, tomorrow night we are back here for another 100-lap show. Quick and dirty show tonight. We kind of followed the Neps deal, 60 minutes in and out, and there for that. And then we've got, I think, Loose Lugs on Wednesday night along with TCM Live.
Yeah, the doubleheader action Wednesday night after a pair of qualifiers here Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, doubleheader action, TCM Live, and right after that, Loose Lugs Cup Series at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Neps is doing a little bit of road racing this Thursday night here on Vidane TV, the big show here, the second annual TCM, 300 here on Vidane TV. But a phenomenal night of racing. Looking forward to RKM Setup Shop qualifying night number 2, same time, same channel tomorrow night. We're going to get down and dirty with another 100 laps here at the Bull Ring. But that's going to do it here for us at Vidane TV. Showtime. Paul Strickland Jr. and Mike James from Up on the Rock here in the booth. Thank you to everybody for tuning in on the Facebook page, the YouTube page, the Twitch page, all the social media outlets. Be sure to give us a like, a subscribe, and a quick share to let your friends and family know that you are entertained by Vidane TV. Thank you so much.
Island Boys. The Island Boys.
Somebody get him out of here. We'll catch you on the flip side. And when we do, we are going to be doing it live. And drinking.
Bush